Weekend will favor storms closer to the coast during the late morning and early afternoon, followed by storms moving further inland by the late day hours. Spotter information statement. Spotter activation will not be needed.
Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And once again, I'm a little frustrated. I'm going to try to show you something. This is a Android tablet. It's not the best tablet in the world, and that's the reason I'm using it in case I blow something up here. And what I'm attempting to do is run this program, the Android application called SDR OID, O-I-D, OID. And it will tune your SDR. So I couldn't do this before because I didn't have an adapter to go from a mini or micro, I don't know which they call it, USB port to a full-size USB port. Of course, that's what's on these SDR dongles. So I got in yesterday a package of adapters. They were $7 from Amazon. And if you're interested in those, I can post it in the comments below this video. Matter of fact, they're right over here. Let me see if I can slide the camera around. There's what you get, a huge package. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the one I'm using, 10. So you get 10 adapters. About covers the whole world. And so over here is the adapter I needed to go from the mini or micro USB to full size. And then I've got this particular one. I grabbed this one because it was up here in my office. This is the FlightWare SDR. It's tuned to work at 1.090 gigahertz, where the transponders are on aircraft. And it works quite well. I don't know how much that affects, because it's tuned for that, how much that affects other reception. Right now, what you were hearing before is NOAA weather on 162.450. It's coming in very strong. And I'm just using one of those little antennas that come with these SDRs that aren't very good, but it was next to me, so I used it. And it's doing a pretty good job for VHF, UHF. Doesn't work on HF at all. It's way too short. It's only about maybe a foot tall. And this particular tablet, it's a little quirky. And I think part of it is because it's kind of slow. But like I said before, I wanted to use this one in case I blew something up here. Because these dongles over there, they take quite a bit of power. So I was concerned about blowing out this port. Now, what I did discover is I tried running this configuration on the battery, which should have been charged, but because it was plugged into an AC adapter, but maybe there was a loose connection there. It played for about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and it had no life in the battery. And I noticed also, now I've got it on the AC adapter, which is not a good thing because that's right next to this USB port, and instead of being on the other side where a lot of them are. So it's, it's got this AC cord, well, it's actually a DC. It's got this DC cord coming in right next to the adapter and the receiver. Not a good thing. But I noticed it is charging, the tablet is charging very slowly. Probably because this guy is sucking all the power out of the battery. So it's at 59%. When I started, let's see, an hour ago trying to set this up, It was at 50%. And that was after it shut down by itself, saying I don't have 50%. So, I don't know what that means. Anyway, so it is working. This is a free application, this SDR OID, and it works pretty good, but it's kind of quirky on this particular tablet. I think it's a tablet. For instance, if I've stopped it, I've stopped the radio, so everything's frozen now, and if I try to restart it, which I will, I'll try it right now. Let me zoom in a little more. It's probably not in terrific focus, but so it's stopped now, so I'm going to start it right now by pushing that button right there. Well, didn't quite get to it. There we go. Well, yeah, see, it failed. You can't read that, but it says error with source. And I found out the only way to get it working again is to unplug the dongle and plug it back in, which I'm going to try to do without kicking the camera. Oh, okay, it's unplugged. I'll plug it back in. I'll try it again. I say I'll try it again. No, like I say, this tablet's a little flaky. It won't even start again. It's like locked up, the tablet. Let me see if I can go back and start radio. This is the beginning. This is the first page you get. And it keeps asking me if I want to use, by default, this USB device. And I always say yes, but it doesn't get a chance to save it, I guess. Okay, it still failed. I'll try unplugging it and plug it again. This is what I was struggling with for an hour. This is one of the things I was struggling with. Okay, I plugged it back in. Ask me that question again. Now it's working. Okay, let me, it's not tuned to the station anymore. Let me turn the volume down. Yeah, that's another quirky thing. I try to turn the volume down, and it retunes the radio. So I think part of this is attributed to this particular tablet, Android tablet. It's a knockoff. It's called the Dragon Touch, and it's always been kind of flaky. So I think the program would work fine on my other tablet. It's just a little flaky with this tablet because the sensitivity here on, now I'm getting a bunch of noise, which I hadn't been getting before. Again, it's probably, could be anything, because another problem, I didn't quite get that turned down, did I? Oh, jeez. This is what I was struggling with before. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd the program go? And will it restart? Nope, it's crashed. It didn't crash. It's lost the driver. I don't know. Anyway, the little quirks I'm having right now, I don't think they're related to the software, the application. I think it's this hardware. And I think I'm confident enough now to see this thing runs pretty warm, not too bad. I think I'm confident now with the setup that I'll move it over to a better tablet, or a different tablet anyway. Let me see if I can get it to start again. Nope. Okay, let me try unplugging it again. See if that got it. Nope, it's locked up again. So let me go back. Oh, okay, here we go. See that delay there, that's the tablet. So, I don't know. Should I even release this video? It's such a mess. Anyway, it wasn't, to initially get this set up, it wasn't that difficult. Now, one thing I don't know is, I don't know if this S-Droid application will work without the driver I installed. Another application, let me see if we can shut this one down gracefully. Okay, another, why is this? Okay, I'm on the wrong page. Not there. Okay, another application was this AVAR. Oh, geez, I didn't want it. Oh, gosh. Okay, this AVAR ADSB application, and that decodes, or what it tries to do is try to decode the transmissions from aircraft. You've seen me do other shows and run other programs that would do this. So I had installed that initially, and let me see if it'll run. Oh, it actually had, okay. And it asked me the same question. It's listing for frames. It would not run until I installed a driver for the dongle, which is on the Android store. And so I don't know if the other program needed that driver, and it just happens that I had already installed it. I'm guessing that's the case. So this is not working. Okay, try it again. Okay, maybe I have to do the same thing. Maybe I got to unplug the dongle and plug it back in. So I've unplugged it. And it's, although it just said the data flow has stopped when I unplugged the dongle, so it was apparently talking to, oh gosh, I can't believe this. I'm trying to reach over the camera, get this dongle plugged back in. Okay, now where were we? That program's running someplace. Oh, a bunch of programs are running. That's one of the problems. Okay. Start. Yes, access to the driver. Okay, now it's working. So apparently this program is having the same problem as the other program in that it doesn't see the dongle. Probably unique to this Android device's tablet, because it's running a version, whether it's legal or not, of the Android operating system. So that could be the problem too. So it's working right now. It says receiving ES, meaning there's two frequencies, one at 900 and some megahertz and one at 1.09 gigahertz. So it's, and you can choose, in this program, you can choose which one of those transponders you can listen to. I didn't realize there were two sets until I saw a video the other day. So it's received a total of 96 messages. We should be able to go to the map. And there's the map. And it says, be patient, aircraft will display once enough valid data has been received. So right now I have no aircraft. So I'm going to give it a minute or so and see if it starts showing some aircraft. Now, earlier when I was playing with this, because like I say, I installed this program first, I was getting some aircraft displayed on here. And if you saw, you probably couldn't see it because the screen's so small. But in the previous screen, it was showing that it was picking up messages. Let me see if I can go back to that without crashing the program. Okay, let me go back. Yeah. Now, why the speaker thing is showing up, I don't know. So it says it's received 192 messages. And it's having problems, said, as out of that, 53 had bad CRC checks. But it is receiving data. Now let's try the traffic button here. And that should show you a list of aircraft. It's got one right now, which does not have any position data. And it's, what time is it? It's only 7:45 in the morning. So not a lot of aircraft, well, not as many aircraft flying at this time of day. There are plenty of aircraft up there. Matter of fact, I have on my computer, yep, got another one. No, I had on my computer the flight radar 24 showing aircraft. Just use that to verify there are aircraft in the area. So it's gotten 2 aircraft. Not too exciting. Let me go back. And it does, none of the aircraft have position yet. Not a whole lot there. I would expect to see a lot more, even though it's early. Let me see if I can go over to that website again. Let's see. History. Recently closed. Standby. Okay, now my computer doesn't want to work. Come on. Okay. Nope. I give up. Jeez. I just don't know. Still only got 2 aircraft, which it should have at least a half a dozen. But maybe it's too early. I don't know why my computer won't work. Alright, we'll just type it in. Flight. Oh. It's running in background, it's monitoring my calendar, so it just came up. That's the other thing, there's probably a number of things running in background, which is taking resources away from this program. Flightware 24 and Boeing. Now I'm down to 1 aircraft. And log in. And where? Jeez. Nothing ever works. Okay. Why is this not the page I want? Okay, I give up on that. I'm at the Flightware Twitter page. I don't want that. Oh my gosh. I am such a turkey. Okay, Twitter. Yeah, I selected the wrong one. Oh, I just want to see what's... here we're going. It's coming up now. Okay, yeah. And there are... Ooh, boy. There are about a half a dozen aircraft right overhead. So this thing is struggling. I guess I don't have the best antenna. Well, that thing gets warm. So even though it's getting a lot of messages, it's not getting them clean. So I'm not getting good reception. And therefore, I'm not getting into... Let me try a restart. And... Listing for frames. Okay, let's start over, new frames. Now, it's right here. You can't see it, of course. It says verifying communications in so many seconds. AVAR not connected. I don't know what that's about. Okay, let me do a map again. Probably not enough there to see on a map. And then I'll give up. Now, which is surprising because the dongle I'm using is the Flightware dongle, which is made for this particular frequency and this type of application. But it's not doing too good. So, anyway. Where are we at? Let me find the camera here and see if I'm even pointing to anything. Yeah, I'm still pointing to this. My point was, you can get these dongles to work with a couple of applications that are on the Android website, and probably there's some on the Apple website, and they seem to work pretty good. So I could, if I went back here and I dare try to open it, I don't know if this is going to work because I got probably the other program still running. Yeah, it's not working now. So this is the S-Droid application. There's another one that, let me see if I still got it installed. I don't know how to, there we go. Let me close all these things. Hopefully that's closing them. If I go to applications, probably by now all of you have stopped watching because this is such a disaster. Another program. I downloaded another program. There it is, SDR Touch. See if that'll start. There we go. And let me open. Nope. See it? It's not seeing that SDR also. So let me plug it and unplug it real quick. Right? Plug it back in, and then we'll try open. And no, it didn't see it. Oh, let me try settings here. Maybe it forgot the settings I had before. Yes, okay. So it's working. The problem is, let me see if I can go to Spectrum. Yeah. Not the problem, but the situation is, if you want the Spectrum display, of course, that's what you want. This is the free version, and this Spectrum display only works for, I don't know, a minute or two, and then it pops up and says, if you want to continue to use this, you got to buy it. And it's like $10, I think. But unfortunately, it doesn't run long enough to really try everything out. That's the problem. And I'm down to like 23 seconds now, and I'd like to try this one out some more to see if it's any good. You know, only 60 seconds to try it out. It's kind of tough, especially when you're learning it at the same time, learning how to use it. So let me see if I can turn the volume back up. See, now it says Pro key required. Your Spectrum trial has finished the session. I can say it was only 60 seconds maybe. And it says, do you want to buy the key or not? Now I'm going to say no thanks. Now you can still listen to it, but without the Spectrum, it's kind of hard to tune. So it looks promising. And I may go ahead and splurge for the $10. It's not that bad, but as far as Android applications, that's kind of a high price. They're normally about $1 or $2. So I don't know. Anyway, that's the other program that runs. It's running. It was running there for a while. I had it set to local NOAA weather at 162.45, and you could see the Spectrum was there. I didn't get a chance to turn the audio in. So anyway, I babbled so much. I'm sorry for all the problems and mistakes. I've done this 3 times, and it's always been kind of disastrous. And I'm blaming it on this Android tablet. I think if I use my other tablet, which is a much better tablet, and running true Android, I think these programs will work a lot better. That's it. Thanks for watching. I would say if you enjoyed the show, give me a thumbs up, but is pretty much of a disaster. Bye-bye. Have a good day.